developer, and what we're going to be doing is looking for open source projects that we can help contribute and make it better over time. So the two projects we've identified so far is called Toolkit for YNAB and Stardew Valley Community Checklist. The one we're going to be working on and have been working on for the last couple of weeks, I guess, is Toolkit for YNAB. We've done a lot of meta work on the project. We've made it better to use. This week we're gonna do one last feature on this open source project, and then we're gonna switch off to something more interesting. If you guys have some suggestions, I'm open to it. Anything you guys want to do, as long as it's JavaScript, that's my current comfort zone. I'm good with that. But this week, let's do a little bit. Let's do a little bit of review of what we did last time, figure out what our goal is for this week, and tackle it. So let's get started. All right. So last time we worked on making the sidebar and save and cancel buttons always visible. So what that looks like, let's get this build going. Just yarn build and yarn wash. Well, that takes a while, so I would like to get that going. So if we take a look at things, I wonder if it's got pushed. Manage extensions. Here's the toolkit for YNAB. Here's our developer extension that we have built, and then here's the production one. So let's check out production. So it looks like they're still on version 1.4, which makes a good demo. Alright, so last time this was not good. The save and cancel buttons hide, and when I scroll, the settings hide as well. So what our work did, let's see, manage extensions, let's turn off production, and let's go back. Alright, so here you go, 150, notice the change. Alright, this is what we did last time. We made it so that when we scroll, notice the sidebars are scrolling with us. We can see save and cancel at any time, so I can like turn this on, hit save, and I can keep working, or turn it off and hit save, keep working. It just makes it a little bit easier to work with. So that was this PR. There's a lot of feedback, but eventually they're like, the main contributor to this project said he was happy with it and he merged it. So we're all good. So I think I could just delete that branch and we're good. So delete branch, leave. I'm not deleting 4F now. All right, so I deleted the branch and we're good to start fresh. I've already updated with upstream master, so we should be good. And this is the local build, so yeah. All right, the feature we're going to be working on is defined in this Trello card. So what they want to do is have a master toggle. So what it does is it turns the features on and off with a single switch in the options page. And so the idea is that they don't know if it's a bug with the toolkit for YNAB or it's a YNAB bug. And so what they'd like to be able to do is go into these options and just toggle it off. And my initial idea, before we dive into how to do it, let's define the plan. It's a loose plan. It's going to say how we should go about solving this problem, but not how to implement it. So here we go. Toggle on and off features. We're gonna create a new list from this to do. That did not work out as I thought it would. Rename. It's about a medium effort. There's some chatter about how to do it exactly. Master toggle. There's no notes here. What's this button do? Duplicate list. Nah, let's go. So the things that I'd like to do is I'd like to have a visual, create visual toggle, implement toggle, show global indicator that toggle is on. Let's order by date, by creation date. All right, so those are the tasks. So we're gonna make a visual toggle. That's step one. What that means is we're gonna have one of these on-off switches We're gonna have something that says like master toggle or whatever, and we're gonna have a short description of what exactly that means. The next thing we're gonna do is implement that toggle. So when I click it, I want some sort of action to take place. And the actions that are gonna be is save the setting that I've clicked that, and then apply it to toolkit for YNAB. And the last thing we're gonna do is show a global indicator that the toggle is on. So I'm thinking that setting is gonna be here, and so when I click it here, it's gonna be on and off. But I won't know that the master toggle is off if I'm not told on these other pages. So we're gonna have some sort of global indicator that says disabled. Toolkit for YNAB is disabled. And what I'm thinking of doing is making use of this little banner here. So I'm gonna put the version on this side, probably similar to this. So I'm gonna slap this right here, and then the global identifier for disabled is gonna be right here. And it's gonna be hacky, because I'm gonna overlay some text directly in this space. But if you notice, this image is a square image, so it might look a little weird. But we're just gonna, I'm not a design guy, so I'm functionality. What I'm hoping is get the functionality down and then spend however much time getting the design refined in a PR. That's simpler for me. All right, so let's get started. We have our little easy steps. Create the visual toggle. That's step number 1. So we're gonna open up the options.html because it seems like we've been living here. We don't need assets, we need this guy. All right, so we need options.html. What we want to do is just replicate one of these buttons over here. So let's go with just a report screen. That, it seems very simple. Another issue I'm seeing is the advanced page settings. It's built very differently. Like, it doesn't look like to you visually, but it is. If you look at last week, we don't want to look at that one. Like, if you look at this, the container is just that. It's a container. And what it's happening under the scenes is this, the content's being dynamically generated. If you look at advanced settings, it's hard-coded. Like, you can see that I've put in that button there. And so we want to do something different about that. I think we're going to leave this hard-coded because that'd be adding a different sort of type. Right now, they can only handle 2 sort of settings type. You either have a binary on or off, or you have a select list where you can choose more than one option. And so this is going to have a binary on-off. So I think we can just replicate what the report screen settings is doing. Unfortunately, they generate that portion in JavaScript as well. So we're gonna probably copy it over into HTML because this isn't React really. And build options page. Like you see here, this is where they're building out the HTML. I don't like that for doing jQuery. I'd like to put a template on the page, use jQuery to pull that template, modify its values, and then paste the copy onto the page. And that way, in my JavaScript, I am doing mostly JavaScript. I'm not dealing with the HTML tags in the form of strings. It just makes things a little bit easier to update. I can understand what both ways, but I don't like that HTML is the strings. JSX is a little better. You still have the tag completion, so I understand that for React. But jQuery, JavaScript, I don't like that. So like right now, what I have to figure out is what HTML gives me what I want. So let's try it out. I'm going to put it here, I know for sure. And let's figure out what this looks like. So this whole object looks like this. That's what I want. And how do they accomplish that? So they look for something that's called row option row. So here, row option row. So I guess this is the HTML. And they throw in a help block as well. Help block. Is that this thing? Help block. Yep. What is this markdown? Okay. Alright, that makes sense. So the initial we're gonna make a stretch goal. And we're gonna say convert advanced settings page to work like the other feature pages. Alright, and that's gonna be a stretch goal. Because I really don't care. Like if that's a thing they care about, then and we have time and we want to do that, then we'll do it. Otherwise I'm just gonna not care. We're gonna stretch that. Alright. Docs. Alright, so let's get started. It looks like this. Is there any sort of jQuery here that is doing more stuff? It's prettier on. I wish I could run prettier on this, then that'd make it a little bit easier to read probably. Can I turn on prettier just for this? Nah, let's just get a JavaScript formatter to do this work for us. So let's see, hopefully I have a tool. Nope. JavaScript formatter. That one looks okay. Nope, that's not the one I would like to use. I kind of have one in mind that I'm used to working with. Whoa, this one looks pretty cool. JavaScript clean. Nice. I'm liking this one. This one looks pretty cool. That one's kind of lame. This one looks lame too. So we're just gonna add this guy as a tool. So we're gonna say it's a JavaScript formatter. It looks like it can handle HTML, CSS. I don't know what this API call is though. It just seems weird. Oh, we lost that. Alright, let's go back and see if we can read this. Indent with 2 spaces. Preferred line length, let's just go with 100 so that way it's not too horrible. And then brace style with control statement. Preserve line with control statement. Clean. Nope, that didn't do anything. Add spaces and parentheses. Let's see how that changes. No, I don't want that. Break chain methods. That is what I want. Commas at the beginning of line. Keep array indentation. Preserve empty lines. Alright, so that mess looks like this. So here they go. They get rid of preserve empty lines, man. I need the separation. So let's just copy that back in. Those are the settings I want. So alright, so here if it's a checkbox, which is what we want, they go and grab the page setting and then they append a div with option row, which they append to that input with checkbox. Set an ID to something, set the name to something. IR described is the setting name plus help block. Alright, and then they append. That seems like a lot. What can we do? We can copy it from here. That might be a better starting point for us. So let's just copy outer HTML. Let's see how that looks like. Clean. That's not exactly what we want. Compact. What is this? Oh, okay. Put a wrapper on our stuff. That's what happened. Okay. Alright, so we got that up there. and it's building. And so what we'll see on the advanced page setting, I guess. Let's throw that back on. No, that's fine. So what do we see? It should have bootstrap switch wrapper, switch off, ID is equal to compact. That's strange. Switch animate. Alright, so I guess these two IDs match. Alright. We're gonna tweak this as best we can. Alright, so let's check out this page. Ooh, that's not good looking. Wonder why we have that issue. So it's like not liking that content. Oh, I guess we don't have a holder div. Did we miss that? Copy element. There we go. I wonder what I missed then last time. So, alright, cool. So now that's back on. Alright, it's building up again. And I wonder how they determined this width. I've got to learn a little bit more of how that's being generated, because that's just magic to me right now. So I don't see any button being created like that. Do you? Let's see. So they build the options page. Who calls you? Watchful for header is one thing we wrote. Bunch of clicks. For save. Cancel button dare twice. That's lovely. Let's get rid of that while we're here. Reset modals button. I don't know if I like that. But okay, I guess. Set the version number. Who sets up all these buttons? This bootstrap switches. I would like to know. Let's see how advanced is doing now. Better, but not the same. Why is it not the same though? Ooh, that's not good. You saw that? Hovers over it. That's not good. It looks ugly. It looks so ugly. Can't believe it. Alright, whatever. We're ignoring that. Let's check out report screen. And what is the difference between you and me? Like, why are you so different? So all the classes are being applied the same. And then that guy, there's two. Yeah, let's look at that. That div is the thing that's that's not right. So vertical line top. Bootstrap switch is in there, applied right. What are we missing that's different? So let's see. Everything looks the same so far. I wonder what's going on then. Rendered fonts, Montserrat. That's a difference. Ease in, left, relative, hidden, 0px, 15px, 0apx. Line height, 0apx. Oh, those are the same. This height is different. It's 100px instead of 34px, which is weird. I wonder what's giving it that. Let's give it back. Let's give it back that height of 34px. Okay, that fixes some of it. Still looks weird there. So the height is now the same. And I got this from somewhere. I didn't say what. It just was 34px. That's weird. Let's turn you off and let's figure out where did you come from. No, it doesn't tell us. So 34px is one fix. LTR pointer. Alright, let's turn 34px on. Actually, let's see what happens if we give this a height of 100. Height of 100px. Height 100px. So if it was the same height, it would at least look like this, which it doesn't. So we need to fix this. There's an inner problem there. So let's fix that inner problem first. So it's inside of there. It's this guy. I think. Yeah, that's the guy. So expand. That's the div with the issue. So now we match up bootstrap switch container. No, it's not that. Oh, there's this extra div here because the containers are way up here, and that's where it ends for this one. Everything else is spans. I wonder why we went to div. Alright, this is turning out to be harder than I expected, so we're gonna just make advanced the same as everything else, and then we'll get this auto magic for free. I think that is the better way to go about it. I wonder how hard it is to add a new section. Alright, let's get rid of this stuff. And let's write this as a feature. Let's look at, for each one, build options page. For each one, it goes into the content and then it adds it. Okay. That should work. Alright, let's learn how to write a feature. So we're gonna come in, there's this source directory. And there's one for each folder, for each screen. So it's like a general account screen, budget screen, reports. Support doesn't have one in Toolkit YNAB. What is that? It just has a keep. Alright, so we're gonna create, and there's a core folder. Core we don't need. We're gonna make a new folder called advanced. Alright, and then I think we can, oh crap, what is this? Oh wait, that's the resize inspector. So it looks like we just throw a folder that says new folder. Master toggle. Let's just make sure general is a folder of folders. Reports has a keep flag, and that has a keep flag. That's weird. How's reports being generated? Compact versus. Let's look that up. All settings? That can't be right. Settings.json, and it is in features. That is very strange. I would think. What is res? It's underneath. It's just underneath features. That is very strange. This whole thing is just magic to me. Why? Why wouldn't you put it in there? Reports. I don't wanna write in the source directory. Maybe this was their first, like, one of their first ones. So let's just ignore that. We're gonna work on this master toggle, and we're going to use the README to drive some of this configuration magic. All right, so let's go to the README. So they have some docs up, which I think it's this one, and GitHub issues maybe, and get submit a pull request. Let's see what we got. General purpose. I thought I had this bookmark somewhere. Building the code, contributions for the documentation how to build a feature. So we want how to build a feature. Main things to note: use plain HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. We have a build system in build and build that bot that generates. We're gonna have to do some configuration. So what I think we should do is copy one of these guys. What seems simple? Display goal amounts maybe? Let's see, it's got an index and it's got a settings, which is similar. And here they display the name, the type is a select, which I don't want. And then section is budget. Okay, so that's how they figure it out. So that's not gonna be good. Checkbox. That one would be good. So we're gonna just paste that there. And we're gonna modify, let's get rid of this guy for now. We're gonna modify the settings, and the section is gonna be advanced. And then the name is gonna be advanced, I think. Advanced. Of course I can spell, so I gotta copy paste here. So we're gonna say advanced, and maybe that's enough magic for it to work. Invalid setting found in settings such as duplicate setting, goal warning color. Well, we got rid of that, I think. Fixed it. Which that's good. It means it's picking up the file, right? The negative is it's probably going to build it and put it somewhere, but it's not going to know that advanced exists. So we'd have to find that magic somewhere. So let's just hope it's there, but I know it won't be. Yep. So we're going to cheat and we're going to put it in general just to see if it shows up. Because if that shows up, then that means this file, this directory is good. It just doesn't know how to handle advanced as a section. And we can work from there. I've got to find the code where it like adds all this stuff. I think I know where that is actually. But let's do a check. Yep, so it added there just fine. So let's change this back to advanced. And let's look at some code. So I think in options.js, here is where we grab each section, each setting. And then it figures out the section by here. So it's looking for advanced settings page, which should exist, I would think. Options.html, advanced settings page. I mean, it exists. Figure out why that's not working. Because this looks like it's dynamic enough. What we'll do is we'll log out these settings maybe. Console.log. Maybe I can debugger it? I doubt it. Settings. Settings. And we'll look to see if we have our setting there. And I'm gonna try this debugger statement and see if that works. What's the complaint? Unexpected debugger, that's fine. ESLint will complain, but we're not gonna check it in with that. Oh, do we have an error? Error, unexpected debugger. Unexpected debugger. Oh, it won't build. Well, that sucks. It's gonna keep looping. Well, okay then. I can't run a debugger. That's crappy. Actually, no. We're going to fix that. I'm used to having this this helper, but it's not there. So I think it was like tslint hero, TypeScript hero. So it does give you tooling for TypeScript, but it also gives you tooling for JavaScript. And so what we'll see here is like it will try to help me figure out what's going on with this debugger statement and how I can get around the error. It's a pretty nice extension. Is that not it? Settings, hero, resolver, ignore build. I guess TypeScript wasn't the thing that did that for me. I have to figure out what extension is doing that for me in my other application. I could have sworn it was TypeScript hero, but apparently it's not. So I'll just disable it always for now. Oh, you know what? Maybe I have to close and reopen the file. Let's give it one more chance. It's booting up. There's the error. Here's a retry. Hopefully we get something that works for us. Alright, I guess that's not it. So let's get rid of TypeScript hero for now. Alright, how's everyone doing? Let's get rid of this and start up the build and yarn watch. It's double ampersand, isn't it? Yarn build. Alright, so we're trying to figure out why we aren't getting this setting under advanced, but it is showing up for general, and I'm thinking something in here is not picking up advanced. Maybe it's filtering it out. I don't see how it would do that. So let's see, it sorts by section, then by type, then by title. For each one of those, it goes in and figures it out. So if it's a system section, we just return. Strange. Okay. Let's refresh, see what we get. 71 settings. Let's filter this down, shall we? I'm not in the mood to like go through all of that. So filter, setting, where setting, that section, triple equals, advanced. All right. So that should only give me that advanced section because here should match. And we're doing all this just so we can get the similar setup as the other screens pages. Let's give that a shot. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, we're rebuilding, seeing what we got. So now we have a smaller one. We have only one. There's advanced. I wonder if I can debug. So it looks like we can. What line do we want? We want line 217. 217. There. Let's refresh the page and figure it out. So settings that for each. You know what? We're gonna make that very simple too. We want to only do those. Let's see, so I'm gonna cheat. Alright, so now it's gonna only loop over the advanced settings, which we should only have one. And it's gonna hopefully find it. Let's see. So that the build takes a little bit, and apparently it stops us from compiling if we don't have passing ESLint rules, which is kind of annoying. I wanted that to appear as a warning as opposed to an error, probably. So let's refresh. All right, so there's the filter in place. Let's resume. So if the section is it's advanced, so it goes in. If the type is a checkbox, which it is, it finds the section advanced settings page, which exists. Advanced settings page. Is it because no, it's grabbing it by ID, so it should be good, and it's got a content. So it's going in, it's saying add it, and it's good. So why isn't it showing up on the screen? Whoa, it's there! It's there! Alright, so we're good. I don't know what happened before, but apparently, well, let's go back. So this is the one that works. I'm gonna go back to what it was before, where it's like just looping all the sections, all the settings. I don't know why you'd have one less. I don't know. Maybe we didn't refresh and build properly. That seems weird, but it's plausible. I mean, that could be a thing. Let's turn this guy off. It's still there, so I think we're good. I think we're good. So I think we can just leave all this code the same. So let's look at options.js and see if we actually change anything. So we can get rid of that, and we'll just get rid of that. And let's open up. Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of this again, because I don't like it having two. Let's look at the HTML. Did we change anything in here? It says we added a div, which seems weird. Did we add a div? Why didn't it have a div before? Let's just go back to what it was before. Because I think this was at the same level as everything. Yeah. Alright, what did we change? Got rid of that. That's good. This will... Oh, we should branch. Git checkout -b feature master toggle. Remove extra cancel button watcher. Line was duplicated for some reason. So that one's good. Create the branch right now, maybe. Let's see, index.css. We did nothing here. Oh, this is the advanced features, that's right. All right, I think we can work from there. So now we can just tweak that folder real quick. So this is not global warning, it's master toggle, right? And then in here, the settings says master toggle and master toggle. Let's grab that description from here. Turn on all features turn all features on. Can I not copy that? This sucks that I have to go JavaScript. There we go. The default is definitely make it false. It's a checkbox. The section is advanced. Toggle is called advanced. If that works, what does all this stuff do? If that works, if that's all good, then we've completed our first task, which is create the visual toggle. And we've created the stretch goal, so we're double good. So let's refresh. Go to advanced. There we go, master toggle. 2 goals completed. Create visual toggle and stretch goal. Nice. Next up is the hard part, making it actually work. So let's look at this JavaScript. So it returns a feature, and that feature class gives you inject CSS, which we can't get to. All right, that's strange. The settings file is good. Let's read some more. How to build a function. So settings, we did that section, so we're good. Actions. This object defines what action to take whenever it finds the settings value. Values are converted to okay, so if they choose an option, then you have actions. That makes sense. Multiple settings. It's also possible to have your single feature expose multiple settings. Just put them in an array like so. We don't have to do that. How does this magic work? There's a Python script that's involved. Part of scans for these files and pulls them all into a single JavaScript file, which is including an extension. This saves us a lot of time avoiding merge conflicts and makes building these features much easier as there's less code to write by hand. What if I can't get my setting to work? Open a pull request with where you're up to and ask for help. We'll update this document again to explain writing JavaScript based features. Act on changes, mutation observer. Okay, so you can't do what you want with CSS. You need to add a button or do something fancy. No worries. Make sure you implement your feature with a couple of things in mind. The toolkit is noted before YNAB is finished loading. This means things like jQuery aren't available until after some arbitrary delay. YNAB is in charge of the DOM, not us, so we need to watch what they do and inject our stuff rather than wiping out their UI and replacing it with our own. YNAB is in charge of the DOM, not us, so we need to watch what they do and inject our stuff rather than wiping out their UI and replacing it with our own. Okay. YNAB is built with Ember.js. The Ember Inspector browser extension will help you navigate their stuff much more effectively than just using normal inspect element. I think we're fine because right now we're still working within their options page and not the YNAB yet. We've built a pattern that will help you get started. The example file is here. Oh, that would have been nice. So let's see. This does not seem right. This does not seem right. I think we should be able to implement this as a feature. These docs are dated. Oh, that's horrible. Inject CSS. That's what I'm looking for. Let's look at other classes that do it, I guess. So a lot of classes have to extend this feature. So they get a constructor that does stuff. They inject, will invoke, should invoke, a church will insert. Grid. I wonder if we should be doing it this way. I think we need to. I wish they'd have the new features. Let's see, that does not seem right. Maybe I bookmarked it. General purpose for enhancing how to build features. Is that what we just read? It seems that way. It's gotta be this one. Okay, writing your first feature. See, there's different. It is extremely easy to get started with your first feature. In order to do so, follow these steps. Determine whether your feature belongs in YNAB. Where? Create a subdirectory. In the proper subdirectory, account budget general. Create an index.js file which has the following. Michael feature should invoke return true. Invoke. Okay, create a settings.js file with the following. Did I do that? Settings.js, we got it. Description, this is my brand new feature. Run build. In order to help you develop our cool features, we've created a few. I think we just need to find that API class. So command click normally works, but maybe their project isn't great. So let's see, toolkit core feature. Toolkit core feature. I don't see toolkit anywhere. So they have to be globally injecting this somewhere. Okay. And that's why we're not getting it, because it's changing node path. Alright, so let's just open it. It should look like that somehow. Result not found. Okay. So this core refers to that. And they somehow mapped core to be, oh sorry, they mapped source to be toolkit. Alright, that makes sense. Alright, let's see what we got. So we get a feature, we get a constructor, we get this.settings is equal enabled if the constructor name. That's pretty cool. Alright, so this.settings that enable should invoke the default to no action unless you're implementing a CSS only feature. You must override this to specify when your invoke function should run. Will invoke stub optional hook for logic that must happen for a feature to work but doesn't need to happen on every invoke. Invoke. This feature does not implement, so that's required. Inject, we don't need it. Inject some CSS. Observed on route change, on budget change, apply listeners. Alright, so I think we just need to implement this invoke. So let's see. So we're gonna say console.log. We're gonna change this class to master toggle. Right, because this gotta match our settings. And we're gonna say master toggle invoked. Alright, and then we're gonna say, I think we should log in this. That'd probably give us the most benefit, maybe. and that'll maybe give us this constructor name. Let's be exact though, just in case it doesn't give us what we want. We're gonna log that in too. And that's our feature. So when they call master toggle, I actually want an action to take place on that click. I don't want it on that page. That click is only really doing, I think it just saves. So when I click and I say, ooh, there's no save button there either. We need a save button for sure. So I didn't want it on every page. Options.html, and we want to look at the generic page settings template, and we want these actions to appear in the header. Okay, down here, when you click save, that does something. Is that what we want? Is that what we want? So if I hit save, okay, what happens when I hit save? Save. Here we go. So when you click save, it saves options. And what does that do? It goes through each setting, and if it's a checkbox setting, it saves that setting, and then it waits for everything. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. So if we're gonna just save that as a regular setting, and so everything should work. This feature here, let's turn that on. Settings, title, startup editor. No, we don't. We want adjust the appearance of the window. Changes require a full restart to apply. So we want not active editor short, but medium. Copy the settings. And what this is gonna do is just make it so that we can see everything. If it's long, what? Oh, it goes. Because before it was short, so medium. Folder path. I wonder what's the difference between that and folder path. Because this looks like it's absolute path there. Oh, it is. Okay, that's fine. Because this is the settings file for VS Code. That makes sense. All right. Do I really just need this empty feature? I think yes. Delete. So all I want is the settings thing. It's kind of an empty hole. So we have a settings configuration. This class is empty. Should be fine. All right, let's check out that build. And what we're gonna do is in the options.js, we're gonna say if that specific setting is saved, then we have to do special work maybe? I don't know. We'll figure that out. All right, so here we go. We have advanced settings. What is wrong here? We're missing something. Oh, we haven't hidden. Oh yeah, because I copied the default. All right, so when I hit save, we're just gonna make sure it saves that. And then that'll be half of the task, right? Because this says, yes, I want all the features off. All right, here we go. There's probably enough time. Advanced settings. Oh, that looks ugly. Why do we have a problem there? Let's just copy this, I guess. And fold support. And put you here. Okay, so the page header title is advanced settings. And this is the wrench. And that's it. So we should be able to get rid of that second one. And I think it should look the same. We don't want the settings hidden. I think we're good. Double BTNs. I don't know why that's there. Well, we'll see. Alright. It looks like these guys are not coming. Man. Alright, refresh that page. Go to advanced. Looks the same. Good. Let's see what we logged. Oh, no logs? Oh, it's probably on the page. Alright, save. Refresh the page. Go back to advanced settings. Alright, I mean, that's saved, so that's good. Let's check out YNAB now. Let's check out the console there. And yeah, what I'm wondering is if I'll see that log files, because technically my feature is on. Stop. Should invoke default to no action unless you're implementing a CSS only feature. You must override this to specify when invoke should run, which I don't want it to ever run, so we're fine. Oh, YNAB, you're so slow. Why are you taking forever to boot up? I'm gonna kill this refresh. Because you know, that always solves everything. Just hammer the server with more requests. Alright, whatever. Let's go back to the show. Alright, so let's create a pull request. Sorry. Let's create a what change. So calling. Okay, I understand. I see it. Let's create a change set. Commit. This will add an advanced feature master toggle. I need a better name for that, but for now it's good enough. Want to implement these settings following the same pattern. Alright, how are we gonna do this? So I'm wondering if we can throw that function here and it'll have the right scope maybe? I doubt it. But let's see. So what I want to do is probably come into the save. So there's a save somewhere here. Let's add a breakpoint. I feel like that'd be easier for us. So here they create a promises array, they push onto the save checkbox, and then they do something. Oh, actually, let's go back to the research. So if you go back to the README, they've actually been a running conversation on how to implement this. So if I look at it, it might give us some insight. So I said there's this guy. I said that I'll give this a go this week, yesterday, and this guy replied, the other option is to do something like what uBlock Origin does. They have a button, and they want something like, where are you, uBlock? Here. It'd be cool if they can just like hit that. But if you look at this, this is like a custom pop-up, and our thing is a custom pop-up. Maybe we can add a. That's for later. Right now, we'll just make the functionality, and then we'll make that disable work. All right, so that'd be cool. That'd be cool to do. For now, I'm going to get that functionality, then try to add custom functions to the extension dropdown. Not sure if it's been done in the extension yet. All right, so the challenge with not disabling the extension is that some features cannot be disabled on the fly because of how they're implemented. Think of a feature that is done via injection of styles. Those features have no code. Well, if they've been sauce, they do, but it's only enough to get the style sheet included in the global style sheet. All features would have to be updated to disable themselves, and the style sheet only features would require changes on the core code. All right. So then he said, I'm fairly new to this code base, so feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But from what I can tell, all that would need to be added is to check in the source common JS. Let's look at that. Come on, button. So they said all I need. Damn it, didn't copy that right. All I need is a check here before all the CSS and JS is checked. So if the extension is turned off, you'd return from then line 86. Line 86. So what does that do? Line 86. I think we can just skip all of that, right? Like, I think we should be able to. Let's look at that a little more closely. I think this will prevent any of the CSS here. I could be missing something, so let me know. But like you and Kevin Brown said, the same would be the only issue way of knowing as to whether it was causing a problem. That isn't the only place where CJS, that is the old framework we're moving away from. The new framework is in sauce, where the possibility, from what I can tell, is built into Webpack and then injected to on line 108 on commit. So exiting from the prompt chain on line 86 would exclude. Okay, that might be exactly what we want. How do I look up a specific SHA? I wonder, can I just Google search that? No. I wish this was better. Maybe I can do it and get L? I don't see it there either. Where did he get that SHA? Well, from what I can tell, he's suggesting just reject and then reject. So if here, get Kangol extension not version. Version is being used for what? Inject YNAB. Inject JSS string. Well, we'll just reject there. Can I do code here? Let's see. So there's a bunch of functions. JavaScript. User script. You need a budget. Oh shit, they started as a user script? Man, that's so far. Okay. If toolkit enabled, if master toggle is off, then we do all that, and then we're gonna figure out what master toggle is. I think that's how we want to do that. Yeah. And then we figure out what master toggle off is. Let's just figure out if that'll work. Master const is equal to false. So if all that is working, then this will let's add a to do. Speed get this from local storage. Right now it's hard coded to false. So what I'm saying is too many blank lines. Too many blank lines. Where is it? 124? 124. Oh. So what I'm thinking is that if that logic works, then we can hide everything behind this if block. And right now, if we set it to false, toolkit for YNAB should not be enabled for anything. So if click is correct, then that is the extent of our changes. And we just have to figure out how to get that local storage option, and we should be done. Oh crap, we're over time. Let's do this last test and then we'll call it a night. So right now I can refresh. Advanced settings. Okay, cool. I'm a little nervous. It kind of sucks that YNAB is taking quite a bit of time to load up. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe their website is down? Nope. YNAB app down. Download. Manage extension. Let's turn you off completely. Let's refresh that page. Maybe let's not go to that specific one. What could it be? How can we test our cool stuff if we can't hit YNAB? Log in. Why? Why you no work? There's a bunch of errors. Fail to load resource. YNAB report URI. App you need a budget. This is all YNAB's errors. Wow, that sucks. I think YNAB is down, guys. So I do want to save this. So we're gonna just save it. Attempt to disable toolkit for YNAB. Temp as a T. Right now, hard coded to false, so that the settings are never loaded. Couldn't test tonight because YNAB was down. All right, that has that commit. We're gonna push it up to origin, and I think we have one to do. Let's just make sure. Speed. Check out your to-dos. That's going. This is still loading. What is going on, YNAB? So YNAB was a desktop application. They went to web application, but they're split. So they have, like, I assume they have two teams, the web team and the mobile team. And maybe it's the same team, but they're two separate projects. And the reason why I'm thinking that is because the mobile app is a whole lot better than what is this vertical bar here? It's a whole lot better than the website. And I think it's just been putting a lot more development time on the website. Whoa, where is this? Why are you showing up? User settings. Exclude. To do highlight exclude. Did I not have that? I shouldn't have that many. So it's because we're not ignoring output. So if we do that and run it again. Come on, keyboard, keep up with me. It should be a lot faster. Something's happening. I'm not liking it. Let's close this guy. I think there's like an infinite loop going on there. Because I'm using that terminal to do the watches. Let's see, to do highlight speed. Crap. Alright, are you still parsing through everything? Expected. It is not liking that file. Anyway, we have only one to do. That's to get that. Alright. We're gonna call that a night, guys. Ugh, that was a ton of work. So what did we do? We're still working on this. So we'll mark that as the current step. Maybe? We'll mark that as the current step and then we'll move on from there. Alright guys, thanks for joining us again. Oh, that's weird. That's a double weird. Thanks for joining me. My name is TapeSpeed. This has been the Social Programming for Great Good. Today we worked on Toolkit for YNAB. My schedule is Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't know if I'm doing Sundays anymore. Sundays was a little too much for me. It's hard for me to wake up consistently and be on at 10 a.m. So I'll probably update that. Anyways, it was good pair programming with you guys. Let's do it again next time, Thursday. Peace.